Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into a classic, deeply inspiring story from Punjab. It's one of those deceptively simple tales, but it perfectly captures the absolute power of human character. We're going to break down this narrative, really examine the choices our main character makes, and see exactly why this story has resonated with so many people. We are talking about a real journey into integrity, the choices we make, and, well, the true value of wealth. Okay, let's dive into this central question. Can poverty defeat honesty? We hear this debate all the time, right? Like, is our morality tied to our circumstances? If you're really struggling, if your family is barely scraping by and the pressure is just totally on, does that change your moral compass? Think about it. If you were handed a totally secret way out of financial hardship, would you take it, even if it meant taking from someone else? That is the core theme of the source material we're looking at today. It's just a fantastic lens for looking at human behavior. Section 1. A man, a hard-working boy. So our story focuses on a boy named Aman. He lives in a very small, quiet village, and his family is deeply rooted in hard labor. His dad is a farmer, literally working the land day in and day out, and his mom tirelessly manages the whole household. Now, as you can probably guess, their financial condition is, well, poor. They genuinely struggle with money. But here's the thing. That hardship doesn't define him. Look at the contrast here. Aman is incredibly hardworking, honest, and kind. The text makes a massive point of emphasizing that despite severe economic hardship, he never lost his courage or his positive spirit. He has an absolute abundance of strong moral character. It beautifully illustrates that your bank account does not dictate your values. Moving on to Section 2, the great test of honesty. Because, character isn't truly tested until it's put under intense pressure. The inciting incident of the story happens on just a totally normal day. Aman is walking home from school, and he spots a wallet lying right there on the road. He opens it up, and boom, it's not empty. It is packed with money and some really important papers. Now, put yourself in his shoes for a second. Your family is poor, you've walked this road countless times with absolutely nothing, and suddenly you're holding a small fortune. And to make it even more intense, his friends are right there with him, and they immediately chime in. They tell him, "Keep this money, no one will know." Talk about intense peer pressure. It is literally the easy way out. Nobody else is watching, and it's the ultimate temptation handed right to a kid who could really use the cash. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is Aman's immediate, almost reflexive response. He doesn't even hesitate. He isn't standing there weighing the pros and cons. He just smiles at his friends and says, "This is not my hard-earned money. The owner must be very worried." I mean, wow. He instantly and completely rejects the temptation. Instead of looking inward at his own lack of money, he projects his empathy outward to a total stranger. He recognizes right away that unearned wealth brings absolutely no true value, and he prioritizes the anxiety of the owner over his own financial gain. Which brings us to Section 3, the honor of truth. You see, it's one thing to just not steal the money, right? But it is an entirely different level of character to actively ensure it gets back to its rightful owner. Doing nothing is easy. Doing the right thing takes actual effort. Aman doesn't just leave the wallet on the road. He doesn't take it home and stash it under his bed. Step 1, he takes it straight to the sarpanch, the respected head of the village. He trusts the community leadership to handle it. Step 2, after waiting a bit, an old man arrives, highly distressed, saying he lost his wallet. And Step 3, the wallet is returned. After the sarpanch asks a few verifying questions to make sure the claim is real, he hands it over. It's just a clean, effective administrative resolution, all because Aman chose to involve the village elder. But the crucial point is what happens next. The old man is understandably overjoyed. He's got his money and his critical documents back. And in his immense gratitude, he tries to hand Aman a cash reward. But listen to this response from Aman. He says, "I don't want a reward. Your happiness is the biggest reward for me." Actually, scratch that. It's more like a polite but extremely firm refusal. His integrity just didn't stop at returning the wallet. He didn't do it hoping for a finder's fee. He did it simply because it was the right thing to do. Period. All right, Section 4. Important lesson for us. So, Amon's single, quiet choice, made on a dusty road on the way home from school, ends up completely transforming his standing within the entire community. It shows us how private actions often have very public consequences, and this brilliantly illustrates the massive ripple effect of doing the right thing. Look at these points. First, Amon's honesty became the talk of the village. I mean, word travels fast, right? Second, He was formally honored at his school for his exemplary behavior, setting a huge standard for his peers. And third, maybe the most important thing for the long-term culture of the town, parents started using Aman as a literal role model. They started teaching their own kids to be just like him. One single act of uncompromised integrity created a wave of respect that elevated everyone around him. This whole story just perfectly crystallizes the true definition of honesty. Doing the right thing even when no one is watching, and even when you are in need. It's remarkably easy to be honest when you have everything you could possibly want, or when you know a crowd is watching you. But true character? That's built in the dark. Amran had no wealth. He had no audience. He only had his conscience, and for him, that was more than enough. Which leads us perfectly into the explicit moral provided in the source text. The fruit of honesty and truth is always sweet. The text strongly reinforces that whoever stands by the truth receives respect and honor absolutely everywhere they go. Admin didn't gain a few quick bucks from that wallet, but he gained something way more valuable and way more lasting: unshakable honor and the deep, enduring respect of his entire community. So as we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with a final provocative question. It's so easy to nod along with a story like this and praise Aman, but let's make it personal. If you found a wallet on the street today, full of cash, absolutely no one around, and you had bills to pay, what would your real decision be? Would you follow Aman's path? It's definitely something profound to think about the next time you face your own quiet test of character. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you next time.